Hello, everyone, and happy Monday. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms that are on my page and that will see this video. I I think I like Mother's Day almost more than I like my birthday, and I think I did a video not long after my birthday to celebrate that, or actually it was on my birthday to celebrate that day. But yesterday was a really good day, and it's just so fun for me. I post pictures on Facebook of the kids when they were little, and to just see them all together. And then the last picture that I posted on Facebook is the most recent of them all together at the same time, which is nearly impossible to happen anymore, which is so sad because they're spread all over and they're grown and they're doing really well, and I'm proud of that. But to get them together in one place is almost impossible now. So that last picture, when I took that picture, I was weeping. I'm like, I could not believe that they were all mine, standing there and just grown and amazing. And I had like just this moment of like, is this for real? It was just so cool. And so that's one of my newer favorite pictures. And the kids got one for me for Christmas. So it's kind of cool. But happy Monday, everyone. It's been one of those Mondays where I have been doing lots of reflecting, and I posted a couple of things on Facebook that I kind of wanted to talk about, because sometimes when I post things on Facebook, I think, you know what, this is probably good for some people, but other people, they're going to read this and think, like, who does she think she is? Sometimes she says things and it's a little bit, yeah. But you know what? I have been in this age and stage of my life where I kind of don't care as much. It's not about offending so much as it is that this is my forum, and if you don't agree, or if you don't really like the things that you're seeing me post or put up or say, then you have the opportunity to just not engage in it. And so I feel like for as many responses that I get back that say I help people, maybe I hurt others in ways where I don't know, but I never want to be offensive. But I just think when I was reading back the post that I put up today, it was just about how there's a difference between enabling and empowering. And I've been just kind of in my own reviewing the need that I have from outside sources to feel like I'm getting what I need to move forward in the things that I have kind of planned in my life, and the goals that I have, and what am I doing to play a stronger role in it than the expectations that I have for other people to feed into me so that I can succeed. And I had a wonderful visit with an old friend, a dear friend, this week, and when we get together, we just kind of brainstorm about things that we're working on and things from the past and present and future. And when I look at those kind of conversations, I'm like, wow, am I where I want to be at my age? And am I doing the things that I need to do? And am I expecting things from other people to help me to get to where I want to be? And I have to stop doing that, because I'm never going to get to where I want to be if I'm dependent on other sources to get me there. For sure, you need help with regards to training and support and knowledge, and even just to gain wisdom. You need that coming from outside sources much of the time. But then there comes a point where you're just constantly relying on other people to feed into you and to constantly build you up and to constantly give you affirmations and tell you you're doing it right. And it's subconsciously, it's like, do I need this, or am I just fishing for this so that I can feel good about what I'm doing, even though I'm not doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing? And I relate that to my clients a lot, because I can help my clients, but I can't hold their hand, and I can give them all of the tools that they need. But once they have the tools in that toolbox, you have it, right? And so it's up to you to go to that toolbox and pull out what you need when you need it and use it in the right way. Stop calling me up and being, should I use a hammer? Should I use a screwdriver? Like, that's not, I'm not here for that. I'm here to be your biggest cheerleader, but to a certain extent, and then I leave that up to you to take the steps that you need to take. So I'm just kind of chuckling too, because before I do these videos, I like put a little bit of blush on, a little bit of lip gloss on, and that is it. I'm so low maintenance, and it's so like, I don't really try that hard. I just get on here, and so this is just me being myself. But last time I did this, I read a little blurb from a quote that I found on Instagram and just kind of expanded on it, and that was kind of fun. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that again today, just because I saw something right before I got on here in my little scroll and roll time on Insta and Facebook, and I wanted to read this There's actually two, but I think I'll just read one. So this kind of ties into what I was saying with regards to the enabling and empowering thing that I mentioned on Facebook. It says, respect your own process. What works for others might not work for you. God is a personal God. He works in each of us uniquely. So learn to focus on your own path, as God is also doing mighty things in your story. Avoid comparing. Stop putting blame on others. Start planting seeds of genuine kindness instead of hidden hatred. Other people's life might look great, but yours is just getting better and better. God is moving, trust him. And then after that, I wrote underneath, just on my own, the call on your life was from God to you. It was not a conference call. The message was straight from him to you. And in saying that, sometimes I think we find ourselves looking to other people for affirmation or for empowerment because we know that they can help us, but then we are dependent on them based on their story and where they are in their lives and what they have and what you're aspiring to attain. But you have to really be able to figure out, what do you want for yourself and what is your story and why are you here and what is your purpose and what were you called to. And it's taken me 53 years and I laugh at myself often because I feel like when I was talking to Bailey yesterday, just when I was her age and even younger, I was 23 when I had her, which is so young, but I thought I knew it all. I thought I was so grown, and I was not grown, and I didn't know hardly anything, and I just barely made it out alive. I think of that. How did I raise 7 kids and not totally self-destruct, but not without God's help and prayers, like every single day, let me tell you that. But the more I grow and learn and become more wise, and I consider myself that in certain areas, I start to recognize that my life is my own, right? And I can learn and glean from other people and all of the amazing accolades that they have and the intelligence and the knowledge and the power that they have in their positions in work and in life. But if it's not something that I want for myself, or if it's not my calling or my purpose in life, it's sort of irrelevant at a certain point where, and I don't want to discredit anybody who has influenced me in my life because there are so many amazing people that have, but there comes a point, I think, when we need to say to ourselves, are we living out our best life for ourselves, or are we looking for approval from other people? And are we dependent on other people to constantly pour into us in order for us to feel like we are whole or complete? And I know my purpose in life is to coach and inspire and empower other people in different areas with regards to physical fitness, mental wellness, just healing and wellness in general. I know that that's why I'm put on this earth. And when I was kind of given that knowledge from God, it wasn't like he was like, okay, everybody come together, this is Joe's life story and this is what she's supposed to be doing and this is her purpose. No, he talked to me, right? He told me that. And so only I really know that feeling of feeling, connected to what I do, and then being passionate about it and loving it, and not in it, not feeling like a job, but just something that I get to do every day to help other people. And service is in my core, as it's part of who I am. So when I get to help other people by either sharing something with them with regards to finances or fitness or food or fatigue or any of those other F words that I have in my program, I walk away feeling just as good as they do with the information that I provided them. And that is like the ultimate success in life, I think, when you just love what you do and it's not a chore. And you can fall into the trap as a coach or a mentor or a leader or even as a parent where you are enabling people and they become so dependent on you that they're not doing what they need to do to move forward. And it's a very tough place to be in, and especially as a mother, coming out of Mother's Day and us just kind of celebrating our children and what we represent in their lives. When they're going through tough things, you just want to carry them through. And my kids are all above or at adult age, and so I cannot keep kind of doing some of the things that I've been doing to help them, I can help them and guide them and show them which way they have to go or what I think is best, or to pray for them and just trust that they're going to make wise decisions. But to like coddle them through is not good for them. Like, we all have to learn how to live our life, and the tough parts are what make us stronger and grow us. And so that's what I want to be here with regards to being a coach and a parent. And it's hard sometimes. Like, when I said in my Facebook post, there's a difference between enabling and empowering, and then I said, read that again. I did that. I read it again because I'm like, there is a big difference, but it's a hard one sometimes to make, to decide, am I doing too much? Am I like offering too much to this person? And is it time for me to kind of cut the apron strings or the umbilical cord or whatever you want to call it, and let them kind of soar and take it from here and decide, okay, I can do this. I don't need for her to affirm me every 2 minutes. Be like, okay, I did this. Isn't this good? Aren't I amazing? You are, but you don't need me to tell you that you are. You just need to know that within yourself, that you are absolutely amazing and incredible, and you can do all of these things that you feel like you need for me to yes you on. Like, you don't need to do that for everything going on in your life. And we as trainers and coaches and support and parents know how good that feels. Like, doesn't it feel great when someone says, you're doing an amazing job, you look amazing today, that was so cool, you are the greatest. We love that. Who doesn't love that? We do love that. But then there comes a point where it's like, enough. Like, I have to constantly be telling you that you're incredible, because your head is just like, and that's not cool. So I said in the post, yeah, I'm the biggest hype girl ever. Like, anybody that's trained under me or been to a boot camp class, they know that I am there for you. Like, I will support you and scream at you and tell you you've got this, and I'm praying for you, and I am your cheerleader, and I'm in your corner. But I'm also sometimes, on the other hand, thinking they can do this without me there right beside them every single day, every single time. Because yeah, I train clients, but I don't train them every day. Like, they couldn't afford that, for one. It'd be amazing if I could, but for them to come and see me every single day, no, that's not happening. So on the days off, they're my days off from you, but they're not your days off in the gym. So your obligation is to continue to follow the program when I'm not holding your hand and telling you 5 more, or you can do it, or hang in there. And that's life, right? You need to be able to be your own best advocate, your own cheerleader, your own hype girl, and say, you know what, this day sucks, but I can do it. I can get up in the morning even though I'm hurting, or I don't feel great, or I'm angry at that person and they didn't do what I thought they should. I can do this because I have it in me to do it. And my calling was to me, not to the person that's coaching me, and they're not obligated to check in with me and make sure that I'm in the right mindset to kind of get that. And isn't that just the thing? Like, we get into our feelings, and I don't care what anybody says, women get in their feelings way too much. Men are more factual. Women, we get in our feelings, and then we let them kind of just take over. And that's where the enemy likes to hang around, right? He's like, if I can get her to feel like she can't do this, or that she's not adequate, or she's, not a good mom, or she's not the greatest at finances or coaching or whatever, if I can get her thinking in that mindset, then I got her. It's easy peasy. All he has to do is just keep telling me that, and then I tell myself that, and then I'm like, I can't do this, and then I get stuck in this, self-defeating prophecy and imposter syndrome and all these things that start kicking in. And so we have to really start to learn how to empower ourselves with what we have in us to do it. And we have it all. We all have it in us to do it. We do. I can't say that more than enough. Like, there are people where they feel like they're going to be done. Like, they're like, I can't do anymore. And I'm like, you got this. You got this. One more set. Push through. You can do it. And dollars to donuts every time. They're done at 10. I push them to 12. They get to 12. Like, they just do. And then they're like, holy cow, I can't believe I can't do that when you're not here, or if you're not telling me to do. I'm like, yes, you can. You really can. It's in you to do it without me yelling at you to do it. But I'm okay with doing it. I'm here to help, but I'm not here to make you feel like it isn't in you. I'm here to celebrate the fact that you've got it in you to do it. So I think it's important. And I think there was one more thing that I wrote down, that as I was talking about women being in their feelings, does help. It says the devil, the DV, my mom calls it the devil, the DV sometimes cracks me up. The DV. The devil wants you in your feelings because it is impossible to be in your feelings and walk in your purpose at the same time. Let me say that one more time just before I finish up. The devil wants you to be in your feelings because it is impossible to be in your feelings and walk in your purpose at the same time. Being in your feelings drains you, throws you off your game, puts you in a state of lack and panic. Recognize it and decide to rise above it. So this isn't just for ladies, but I'm just going to say we have other things to deal with. Like, I'm super hormonal because I'm in menopause. Men don't have to deal with that. But for all of us, you got to get out of your feelings sometimes. I don't feel like it. I don't want to because I'm not feeling it. Okay, well, put your feelings aside and start thinking about the fact that if you don't, what are the consequences of that, right? And it freezes you, right? It stops you in your tracks. Like it said, it throws you off your game. It puts you in a state of lack and panic. So the lack could be, if I don't call and make another appointment, I'm not going to have enough to pay the bills. And then the panic sets in because I'm not going to have enough to pay the bills, right? So many things that are tied to not settling in that I need someone else to help me through. I can't do it unless I have that person kind of holding my hand. I don't feel adequate or sufficient enough. I'm here to tell you that you are. I'm here to say that you can do it. My favorite verse, and I have this verse tattooed down my spine, is I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, found in Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. That was one of the first tattoos that I ever got, and it's like God's got my back, and I say that to myself all the time. I can do all things, not some things, not a few things, not some things today or tomorrow, all things every day. I can do them through Christ. So be encouraged, feel empowered by some of the words that I spoke today, and know that yes, I'm here to support you if anybody's looking for any help in any of those areas. I mention my 7 F words quite frequently, but it's a healing and wellness program that I feel like is good for anybody, man or woman, boy or girl, young or old, whatever. Reach out if you need that help and support. Happy Monday, happy Mother's Day, happy week, everyone. I will probably not be doing more than one video a week. I've kind of decided that that's great. If I continue with my posts on Facebook, one video a week and between 15 and 20 minutes, since I'm only doing one. So I'm coming up to the 18-minute mark. So I'm going to say ciao, but have a wonderful week. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, for all your inbox support messages that say, where have you been? We miss you, and I love you, and all of those things. So good. I love it so much. So thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful week. Take care.